around for years and years and years, and they brought me, and then I've been watching Mystic for a few years now. We go to the after hours parties, and he talks about his school in Jamaica. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm doing all this work for other people. Maybe we can do a little of this work for Mystic. So we got together and said, hey, why don't we get some vendors and pour some wine and hit up some of our friends for some silent auction items, and we'll do something good for the kids in Jamaica. And Mystic said, well, I'll talk to my good friend the mayor. And then the mayor said, we're going to let you use our big space. Well, why don't we do some good work for the kids in Norwalk? Because, you know, Jamaica's got their kids that need help, and Norwalk has their kids who need help. So I just want to say thank you for everyone here who's coming. I do encourage everyone to taste wine that they have never tasted before. There's a lot of really cool things out there. Names you've never heard of, things I've never seen before until I came here tonight. A lot of really neat silent auction items as well. There's one for apparently some guy will come into your house, bring wine, and talk to your friends about wine for a while.
You know, when I come over to the house to talk to you about the wine,
he needs help.
I will tell you basically several things. Number one, since I like red wine primarily, I will tell you that it's red and it's got 11 to 13% alcohol. After that, you're on your own. But I want to thank you for doing this. And of course, Mystic and I are good friends. He's actually let me get on stage and sing with him, and I didn't end his career, so that's so I appreciate your support. When I was talking to Mystic and some people here, you know, issues today and a lot of things going on, and we all facing a lot of struggles, and any elected official, not just me, and I'm not trying to bring her on the downer, but I've always considered that the most important job that I have as an elected official is to try and do the best I can for our young people. And I don't say that as a cliche, that's me. And I know Mystic feels the same way, that, yeah, we have problems, but unless we take care of our young people, whether it's giving them summer jobs or educating them in music and keeping them off the street, that is the most important job any elected official has, in my mind. And I mean that very sincerely. And I appreciate all of you being here to support that effort. And that being said, I'm going to let the real person who's spearheaded all this over the years, he and I are definitely going to go to Jamaica one time.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming out. We really appreciate the support. And, you know, I thought about moving back to Jamaica at one point after living here for quite a few years. And I just decided, why don't I mention the idea of moving back home to Mary Beth Becker? Long-time friend of mine. And then he went and told the mayor that I'm planning to move. And then Jackie Lightfield got involved, and they all said, no, you're moving to Norwalk. By then I already sold the house. So they spearheaded and they got me an apartment. I have to pay for it, but they did fine. Yeah, but what happened is in 2001, I mean, in 1991 is when I really kicked off the Mystic Bowie Foundation. And what I've been doing over the years, every time I go on tour, I go back to Jamaica, I spend half of money on my profit on tour and bring school supplies back to the kids in my community. And the reason why I started that is because I would speak to these kids at times and ask them why they're failing in school. And sometimes it's some simple excuse, simple reasons, such as we didn't have the book we need to study. You know, we didn't, you know, we have to go to work instead of, you know, do homework. So I decided what I'm going to do, I'll find out from the teachers which family need the help, and then I start to supply those kids with what they need. And there's times when I would even have to pay the tuition for some of the children. So when I came and started speaking to folks here about it and realized that other people have the same passion. So I decided, you know, that's when I decided to team up with MBE, the project that she's, you know, keep talking to me about. Let's do something in Norwalk. And then I'll show up at these places where I would never expect to see the mayor.
We don't have to go there.
But it's cool. If you've been talking about music, arts, sports, and children, and he's always there. You know, so who's the perfect person to be friends with? You know, we have the same goal. And it's just amazing. And then one day we walked into my friend Jill's place here, you know, Merit Wine. And she surprised me. She said, you need to go over, we're going to talk to Michael about this. We walked over and they said, you know, we want to do something for you. And Jackie Lightfield was there with me. And Jackie said, guess what? We could team up and do something for both your school and what we're doing in Norwalk, the children. And once we mentioned it to everybody, we sent out an email, we went on Facebook, all the support came in. So thank you all so much. I hope you get to come to Jamaica with me at some point.
And he did a great job of explaining. And let me tell you what, from my end, the summer job program. Last year we employed about 220 teenagers between 14 to 17. We sent them to a one-week training course, how to dress. They worked in the City Hall, Norwalk Hospital, Norwalk Community, all around the city. And they work. It's not a thing where they just go and hang around. They work, they get a paycheck. We have many of them as the City Hall workers know working here in City Hall. So, you know, times are tough and we're struggling, but we're going to try and get back up to over 200 jobs. And so many of the businesses in town either contribute to jobs or give money. And I put some money in our budget to try and keep it funded even in these difficult times. So 200 plus kids get jobs, earn pay, and learn what it's like to be out in the working world, and they put a few extra dollars. And I will tell you something, I'll tell you a story, and I won't mention any names, that I mentor a young man in the school system in Norwalk. I try and get over there about 1 hour a week with him. He's living with his grandmother on fixed income. And when I told him that he could apply and could get a job making $160 a week, now in today's world, $160 a week doesn't get much. But he had a look on his face. He said, I want to open a savings account. I want to put that in a savings account, just take a few dollars, because at the end of the summer, I want to give a check to Grandma. Aww. That's a true story. True story. And I looked at, I won't mention the name, I looked at him and I said, don't you want to, you know, cash it? No, no. He says, a couple of dollars. He says, how can I do that? I said, well, I'll help you open up a savings account. And you can get to deposit it, and then when you're ready to take the money out, you want the check, you leave $5 in so you always have the account, and they'll get the check, and you can give it to her. And that was his thought. And believe me when I tell you, that family can use the money too. His family can use the money. So that's the kind of, and that I'm sure is not isolated. There's a lot of young people out there on single families or living with reduced income, especially today. That little bit that we don't think when we think about paychecks, that $150, $160 is going to mean a lot to them for 8 weeks. So keep that in mind when you bid on the silent auction. Yep. And if you want to contribute more than the ticket price, we'll be more than happy to accept the donation. Okay?
And I want to introduce to you the head of my foundation, the Mystic Bowie Cultural Center in Jamaica, folks who helped me to keep it going and helped me to acquire the property in Jamaica. We got 5 acres which we're going to be building the facility on. Eric and Sue Bailey. She's got